No.
No, I've asked my question to them and got my answer.
I think we were still waiting
You got
for...
what was your question?
No, I just asked them if they had chats with you this week. That's all.
If I?
If they had any chats with you this week.
I think I've chatted to pretty much all of you guys with
So they lied
regards
to me.
to preferences and with regards to feedback on the session and stuff like that. But nothing of a particular topic. Why? Did you wanna say something or what?
No, I don't want to say anything.
No, I actually was just asking very random, just wondering questions about very specific things.
Oh really? Okay. So she's
I
the
was
one
just
that's
curious.
trying to get information out of you guys. Okay. I'll remember that. Okay, and then okay, all right. Besides that, I've got my eye on you, Shanae.
Apparently, I'm a bad
else?
liar.
Apparently.
No comment. We'll go to the. We'll go over to it. So, does anyone want to do the recap or anything like that, or must I go through it with you guys?
No, we can
No,
do
you
a
can go
quick
through it, it's
recap.
Okay, so a very quick recap. So you guys obviously broke out, and you guys took the offense on the Vulcan Valve Drow. Of the motley crew, you guys were given a choice to take a character each. In this case, Jordan, if I recall, you took Stool for his ability to talk to pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Then it was Prince Derendal from Hex's side. It was Aldeth, I think, from Raylith, and then Lyra. She didn't get to choose because she doesn't really know anyone just yet. But as the fight broke out, and the Drow kind of figured out what was going on, they rushed to try and get themselves, in a better defensive / also offensive means to try and quell the threat. But there were a couple of surprises along the way. The Krogarth, through Prince Derendal, was able to talk in the natural beast language, and that way getting them to assist. And then also Melista, which is one of the Drow, if Hexy can recall, she's the one that took the Vecna phylactery out of your body. She used a couple of spells to try and assist you guys, and also to protect Pocket. And eventually, at one point, she even threw Yorlan out of the shrine area itself, and then he got badly injured. You guys jumped on top of him so fast that he didn't even have a chance to stand up, and he fell to a grisly death all the way to the bottom of the chasm, which is 100 feet high. So with that, there's been a couple of surprises, but what you notice about Melista is that every time she casts a spell, she tends to get weaker. The mobility is lowered, her concentration, her means to cast magic. She's sitting at a point where she's actually quite vulnerable. Whether that's to your advantage or not, that's up to you as players. And then as far as the Drow garrison is concerned, it was very much a skeleton crew. I mean, this was after Ilvara had left to prepare the route for Shur and his group that took Jonalith and Twitch with them. And they are on their way to Mensa Baranzaran. They're about roughly 2 to 3 hours ahead of you. And Ilvara is about a good day and a half, 2 days ahead. So the group that was fought in this Vulcan Valve outpost at the moment is normally the Drow that was considered the weaker lot, and the ones that were sort of like, put on punishment, in this case, Yorlan as well. And it was very much under the impression that they could keep the fort under control until Ilvara or Shur would return. Unfortunately for them, that is not the case. And you guys decided to break out with the motley crew, constantly behind you. So even though they're not in the fight, even though, let's say, for example, like Pocket or Grave or Jim Jar, they are very much there. They are witnessing the events. They are there to assist you should you call on them. But when it comes to the actual prowess and the fighting that takes place during combat, that's where we have literally only one NPC chosen per player. So apart from that, I think that it comes down to you guys in this last bit of a fight. And I think we actually finished it. Let me just check the combat tracker here. The last thing we did was Raylith. We went through everyone's turn and we stopped at Raylith. So Raylith would have finished and Aldeth would be the next one to attack. Before we get started and jump right back into the action for this last section of the fight, like I said, is there anything or queries or questions or anything that you guys want to know and just confirm before we tackle the story further?
Yes, actually, I do have a question. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, sure. No, go for it.
Psychic blades, right?
Yes.
I've got two stacks of that, if I'm not mistaken right now, that I can use it. Oh, actually 4.
You've got 4.
Psychic, and I can apply this on any ability check, right?
Yes. So when you okay, so your soul knife energy dice, that's the 4 points that you got at the moment.
Yes.
So the number that you got at
1d6.
level 5, you get 6. At level 9, you'll get 8, and so on. The thing is, you can use those to expend particular side bolstered abilities. So whether Psychic Whisper, whether it is to bolster that ability checks, yes, you can use it for that.
Okay, but it's not for attacks though.
No. It's just it's purely just for your if I can say, your other abilities. Whereas the soul knife that you can summon, to my understanding, that is something that you get.
Yeah,
that's free. You can manifest the blade whenever you take the attack action. So that's not like part of your dice count. If that's what you want to just clarify.
Yes, and then the knack and whisper. I know. Okay, the whisper I know. The knack.
Yeah. So the whisper you just link to a person. Knack is where you can add your dice to an ability check. So that's like your strength checks or your skills. So if you do like a stealth and you look like like it's very low, you can boost it up with that psychic energy. Okay.
I'm with you.
Okay, cool. Anything else?
I'm all good.
Lyra, you good?
I'm all good. Sorry, I'm heating up food while we're talking.
That's fine. Raylith, you good?
Good.
Hexy, you good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. All right, then let's my club. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Aldeth, and let's go with this bloke here. Ooh, okay, that's nice. Okay, so Raylith, he runs up and with both his fists, he's able to hit this round number 11 for the decent amount of damage. Oh no, it's not number 11, it's number 8. Okay, so that puts it at, there we go. Alright. Oh, yeah, my got marker now. I'm making the wrong one here. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. Okay, so with that, Aldeth has done his thing. Drow 11. He's going to come in and then the Krogarth is going to roll his ability to lunge, which is a success. So that's another. Come on. Okay. That wasn't really great at all. Okay, that puts it to that number over there. Okay, so you see this Krogarth, he basically comes out and he manages to block the attack. That's to go for Aldeth, and the other one is to go to Raylith, but they both miss. This draw is going to come in, and he's going to try and attack the Bunny Summer, which is a miss.
Yeah.
Quagarth. All these Quagarths are in the area, so he's going to go this side, and he's going to attack draw number 11. Let's quickly see if that works. Alright. Okay, that's a hit. That's a multi-attack. So that's claws. Ooh, critical hit. Holy crap. Okay, so he takes 10 damage. Okay, Melissa, I'm gonna say because she's running low on spells, she's not in inevitable damage or inevitable harm. So I'm gonna basically say that she's helping Pocket. That one's nowhere to be seen, and you've got then Hexy on deck. So Hexy, what are you doing?
Fuck yeah. So I want to draw my bow and aim it at Melissa, but I'm not gonna shoot.
Yeah, sure.
So I want to do a persuasion check and see if I can persuade her to tell me why she protected Pocket, and if she'll assist us to get out of here. See if she maybe answers some of my questions.
Okay, so you're gonna try and talk to her. So you pull out
Yeah,
the bow, you aim at her, and you try and
Yeah.
speak to her. Is that it?
Yeah, because I don't trust her just yet. She might kill Lyra.
Okay. Okay, so what do you say to her?
I ask her basically, can we trust you not to attack us while we try and
Okay, so
get
roll
out of
a
here?
persuasion check.
Which is absolutely nothing.
You can
But,
do this. You can do this.
Okay, that's not too bad.
That's a 12.
Okay, that sounds bad.
Okay,
She'll ask
so
one of my
on a
questions.
12, you ask her if you can trust her, and all she does is she
Yeah.
looks in your direction, and she puts up her hands, kind of in your direction, and all she does is she goes, yes. But as
Alright.
far as her body language, her look, you don't really know besides her just saying it. It's quite busy. There is a fight going on,
Yeah.
but that's all that you get from her. You
Okay,
notice
cool.
that Pocket is kind of, even though Melissa's by Pocket, you get the impression that Pocket is not 100% sure what the hell's going on. So she's also got this kind of like confused look on her face.
Okay, cool. So that's the one thing, and then I want to use my bonus action with Bunny, please.
Okay, what do you want to do with Bunny?
I want to charge. I can't see his number now, but the one below 11.
Number 8.
Number 8.
Is it number 8? I can't. Yeah, because I can't move.
Okay, yeah,
obviously.
you can roll the
You can actually
let
you
me
can
just,
you can click on his portrait and it will show top right
I
where
ju-
he is, what number
I
he is.
Or just hover above
Did
it.
though.
Or just hover over his name.
Let me see it.
Pick
Oh,
it.
there it goes. Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. Let me just get to the. Okay, so I want to do the charge. So it is this one first, the melee attack, right?
Ooh! Oh, that was close. Okay, yeah, that's a hit, yeah.
All right. Okay, and then the damage.
Okay, so he kills that draw out, one shot. I mean, due to the nature and the size of Bunny Summer, you know, it's able to go between the legs and stuff quite easily. And because of its agility and means to pounce, it goes full on with reindeers and all, and it goes straight into this draw. When you sit laying on the floor, I mean, you can just see Bunny Summer basically on top of the body as well.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's me, my round. Thanks.
Okay, that's a dead dude. Okay, all right. You're not moving or anything?
I could.
Up to you.
I could probably. Yeah. Let me. No, but I need to help Lara. But I can't do anything for her. I'm too small. Yeah, no, I've not got. I don't have any like spells that can, heal her, which is a bit irritating. So, yeah, I think I'm just gonna go closer to her, and that's about it. Nothing more I can do.
Okay, sure.
The fuck? Oh, my bad.
Baylith is attacking people left, right, and center. Yeah. Okay, all right. So,
Like the
Grant, I'll let him come up because that's all three of them at the same time. I'm gonna let him cluster. Ooh, natural 20. Justice, the Kogatha on a roll tonight. Okay, so he goes up there. And then this one can go up here. But the one that threw 20 is this one over here. So let's see. Kogath. He's going to attack. Oh no, that's disappointing. So he did a crit, but he rolled a 1 and a 2. Nah. Okay,
I feel like we skipped
Lyra,
the player.
you can roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Can we just, before I roll, didn't we skip Jorah now?
No?
Oh, we did, yes.
Did
I
we?
apologize. No, she's right.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jordan, what are you doing? I was gonna, yeah, it was you next, yeah.
Fuck
Oh.
Jordan.
I'm like, I've got 1 HP and a dream, so surprise. I'm gonna throw my sonic dagger at this man. Number 4.
Don't hit the Kogath.
Falcon Half number
Again.
4.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
So what is your range on your psychic blade? 20, eh?
I'll tell you now. 20, yeah. 20 max 60. So I just wanna get.
Okay, so you can actually stay there. So yeah, you can roll. That's unfortunately a miss.
Okay.
So you throw this. Unfortunately, it doesn't hit him. What do you want to still move?
Yeah, I wanna move up to like here. And then
Yeah.
hide. I should have actually got.
Oh, the bonus action stealth.
Yeah, for my. Actually, I should have done a sneak attack on that guy, but it's fine. I'll do it maybe next round if they all are alive, and I doubt it. But I'll wanna
Tell you
hide.
what you can do is you can roll me another attack to see if you hit him, but not a
Yeah, just a normal.
yeah, roll to see, just a normal roll, though, not with advantage.
Oh,
And
shit,
if
I
it
supposed
does
to
hit, then I'll say
tell
that it was. Okay, both hit in any case, so it's not really a problem. So I'll make it that you basically stuck in first, you stealth and then you attack.
I'll take that.
So you can roll your damage.
Nice. Oh,
Oh no.
for the.
Okay, and you didn't do your sneak attack damage, which I think is 2d6. So roll 2d6s.
2d6s. Also 2d6. Two of them. Yeesh.
2 of them, yeah. Because you're level 3, so you'll already have. Okay, so that's 7 plus 4 puts that in 11. Oh wait, that's already. No, it's not. So yeah, let me just quickly put it in here. Welcome round number 4. That puts you at 19. Okay, yeah, you got hurt, lekker.
And that's me. I'll stay
Okay,
here.
cool. Now we get to Lyra. Now, Lyra, you were start. We're on round. Okay, we're on round 8. So your 5 rounds are done. You
Okay.
feel as the spider poison leaves your body, and you're able to move, what are you doing?
Oh my gosh. I feel like I want to attack number 4. Can I? Am I strong enough yet?
Do what you need to do.
Okay. I'm gonna move in to attack number 4.
Okay.
And then just normal martial attack. What's that mean?
Okay, sure.
Grab-
Oh, good luck. Okay.
Good luck?
Do your attack.
What you mean? Good luck. Good luck to you. Me,
No.
fuck.
Okay. Oh, that's a miss. You
But you-
come out there and you can feel he's still druggy. You try and take a right hook and it misses as he manages to dodge. Are you taking your bonus action? Yes or no?
Yes. Let me martial
Is it
attack. him
flurry
again.
of blows or is it going to be just an unarmored attack?
Just normal unarmored attack.
Okay, go for it. Roll your attack.
I just do the same again, right? As my normal.
Yeah.
It's better.
But hey, no, doesn't land. So you go in groggy. You try and hit, miss. You try and hit, miss.
This drunk.
Unfortunately, no, not one of them lands.
Damn, son.
Okay, Drow 4 sees this. He's gonna now attack you.
Oh, fuck. I'm dead. Was nice knowing y'all.
Okay, let me go. All this.
Merda.
Oh,
There,
Prince
there.
Darren is underneath here somewhere. There we go. There's Prince Darren. I knew he was somewhere there. And Raylith. Okay, so there we go. Let's go after her. We're gonna attack now. Let's go. Okay, that's a
I'm
miss.
so excited.
Oh, that's a miss.
Hey, fucking.
So Bunny Summer and the Tuco Grass are watching you guys, and it's like the funniest thing ever because you guys are trying to kill each other. It's, and he's like,
Missing each other.
and it's just not hitting anything.
Fucking cat fight.
Miss.
Yeah,
miss,
it's pretty much,
miss.
pretty much. Okay, God 6 comes in. Let's see. Oh no, he's not gonna be able to get there. Okay, right. Grey Ooze does nothing. Falcon Valve number 1, he doesn't know what's going on. Prince Derendal, he's gonna go after number 5. Okay, here we go. He's in his frenzied state. Let me just quickly double check here in the book. Okay, no. Okay, he gets 1 hit. That is a 5. We doing something? Okay, there we go. Falcon Valve. Okay, no. Raylith, your turn, dude.
Aha. Okay. Let us see. I'm not gonna use my spells for this. Don't wanna knock him off also. No, Firebolt.
Fireball.
Okay, that's a hit. That's a hit. Ooh. Okay. How do you kill draw number 2?
Toasty.
Oh, straight in the face.
Oh,
Like,
sorry, draw number 4.
straight in the face. A fireball hits him straight in the face and then lights up his entire head.
So you see him trying to whack, Lyra's trying to whack, he's trying to whack, Bunny Summers just watching, fireball comes out of nowhere, hits him, and you just see him falling backwards, and he starts falling down. When this happens, even though it's not his turn, you see Valkenvalve Drow, which is a little bit lower on the map. You see him all of a sudden start to panic. Aldeth is there. He's just behind the Kogarth, and you see one Drow left, and he actually tries to run away. Lyra, you, Bunny Summer, and Kogarth number 3 have got an opportunity attacks. Do you want to take it? Yes or no?
Murder.
Yeah. No. Consult Diesel.
Okay.
No, I wanted to-
So you guys can. Okay, so Hexy, you can roll it to hit for Bunny Summer. That's just the normal attack. And Lyra, you can do the same.
Take an opportunity attack, sweetie. Take it. Always take it. It's an opportunity. Take it.
Just a
Yeah,
normal
it's a free
attack.
attack. Yeah, the Drow at this moment in time, what you
The normal
see is that
basic
the whole concept of, okay, we've got this, has just gone into, oh shit, we don't have this. And you can see that they've got almost like the sense of like, we need to get away now. If we want to live, we need to run. So Drow 11 and Drow 5 are starting to book it.
Never.
So as he turns around, okay, so Lyra hit the one. Hexy, are you gonna try and hit the other one?
Yeah, but where's my to hit? Is that on the charge?
On number 11. Yeah, to just do the normal attack, yeah.
Okay, so I can use the charge.
Yes. Remember the charge. The first bit is your normal hit, and then the charge extra damage is at the bottom. Okay, so Lyra, you can roll your damage.
Okay. Hey, fuck.
Okay, so
Nani.
as it turns, and you see Bunny Summer spike him in his leg, he kind of like falls to the ground, and then your fist starts coming in for the last hit, and you hit him where?
Temple. Forehead.
In the temple.
Yeah.
So you
Brain
full
damage.
on smack him, you hit him so hard that he goes to the left of this rocky formation, and he smacks his head straight into that. And you see him
Yeah.
like fall to the side, and he's actually, you don't see him moving anymore. Alright,
R.I.P.
that was number 11, he couldn't run. Number 5, he starts running around like crazy. He's gonna use his dash action, so he's there. Let me just double check here. So that's 30, and then he's going to use another 30 to try and run more. So he gets to about here, and then here.
I have no idea where
Okay,
he
that's
is.
60. All right. So Kogarth, Mistra, and these guys, I'm not going to worry about them. Hexy, your turn. What are you doing?
I don't know, actually. There's nothing for me to search in this room, It's an empty room.
No. There is stuff. Sorry, the map is a little bit empty. But in this
Okay.
room, there's like a shrine to Lolth. There's kind of drapes and decorations. You can see that this is almost like a prayer room, almost for Lolth, for her dedicated servants, and then dedicated followers. And then there's one trapdoor that just goes lower, but it's not a trapdoor that necessarily closes. When you look in there, you see like it's Melista and it looks like Melista, and it looks like Ilvara's room as well.
Yeah, I'd like to go down there, please.
Yeah, you sure you can go down?
Okay.
So as you go down, I'll quickly just bring it up for you. Okay, so do you go into Ilvara's room itself?
Yeah, let's start with Ilvara's room.
Okay, alright. So in Ilvara's room, what I'll do is, for the sake of ease for everyone else as well, I'm just gonna bring it up like this. Ilvara's room is this room over here. I'm just gonna put a marker where you are. Above you is where the statue of the spider was, where it's sort of like the temple. And when you
I've
move
seen.
lower, you notice that. And then this room over here underneath is Shura's room.
Oh, okay.
This one over here. Okay, so Ilvara and Melissa were here. And then Shura's on this section over here. Because he's kind of like seen as the male, so they always put them on the lower levels. But when you walk into Ilvara's room itself, okay, you notice that the means to get inside, the walls are hung with this like black mesh resembling almost like a spider web that's extended from the central spot of that ceiling onto the walls. And there's like woven mats covered on the floor with like a lower platform that's covered with like cushions and pillows to make sort of like a broad like bed. On the one side of that chamber is like a small little table with 2 chairs, and while the other holds one small shrine to Lolth, there is a heavy chest of blackened stained zergwood that sits at the foot of the actual bed.
Okay, I can probably not do anything else now, hey? Maybe
No,
my
you've
next
used
round.
your movement to come down, so you still got your action and bonus action if you want.
Okay, my action would then be to... Can I like preserve this chest to see if I can open it? Like,
Yeah, you're more than welcome to go to the chest. I would say
the-
that you move to it quite reasonably, alright?
Okay, and then I use like investigation maybe?
Do you wanna do an investigation?
Yeah, I want to see
Okay,
like...
so roll
is
me
it, is it
roll an
locked
investigation. Yeah.
Or...
Okay, so you look at the chest. You notice that there is definitely it's locked. But you don't see anything that resembles a problem or anything like that.
Locked, you say?
Yeah, so if you want to, you can
Is it like a
make the
keyhole?
attempt to try and unlock the chest. Yeah. It's got like an actual lock pad on it.
Because I need to find a key somewhere.
Yeah, if you wanted to, yeah.
Oh, hon. Alright, okay. That is then me for now. Can't do anything else.
Okay, yeah, sure. I'll quickly go over to the others. Okay, so Joran, what you doing?
Okay, so I wanna use my bonus action dash or cunning action dash. Dash 60 feet down
Okay, so
this
you're
hallway.
Okay, so you're moving your own speed until about there. And then you're using the next dash action to
Bonus
basically
action dash,
chase after him.
Yes.
Okay. So I can put you about there if you want to dash all the length.
Yeah.
It's up between that and where your pointer was. What do you want to do?
I just want to be more or less 20 feet, exactly 20 feet away from him.
Yeah, that's 20
Pretty
feet.
much. Nice. I wanna throw Sonic Dagger in his leg.
Okay, sure. You can. Okay, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can do your attack. You can technically do your sneak attack because he's running away from you.
Okay, so I can roll again for advantage.
Yeah.
Choose.
Yes, that crit is coming. It's coming. Okay, all right. So, yeah, you can roll your damage plus you can put the 2d6 on your character.
Okay, I think I did.
Okay, so that's 5. So roll me 2d6s.
Oh,
Okay.
Damn.
Let me just quickly see here. Yeah, you kill him out straight out.
Nice.
He had like no health. Okay, so you see this drow. He's trying to run away. You throw the dagger, but you were aiming for the leg, but for some reason you hit it you hit it like on an artery, and you literally see him just drop, and you just see everything just spraying all over the place. There's even a blood stain for you.
Nice.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't have any movement. No, I'm good.
I just want to check it quickly. I just want to make sure that I've got this right. Yep, that is. Let me just double check here.
Yo, what a chase down.
Alright.
Take me so.
Okay, that was very very solid. Okay, let me quickly go back to the. Okay, all right. So there we go. All right, yeah. So now everything is quelled. We're out of combat now. You guys are out of necessarily movement. You guys are more than welcome to move around however you want. You've basically taken out most of the drow. You've seen Joran and them fall. This was mainly the concentration of the force. Okay, so what are you guys doing now?
Tell me, can we actually give orders to party members? The
What do you
NPCs,
mean, like?
Aldeth and Prince Darendal and so forth.
Fee.
If they trust you enough, yeah, I suppose. I mean, it's got to be within reason and cause as to why you feel that you can do that. But by all means, make the attempt. What is it that you wanted to do?
No, just to tell, like Aldeth, listen, all these dead drow, just gather up the weapons and anything useful. We're gonna need it later on.
Okay, so like in that case, you mention it, and he's already in the process of doing this. Like, yeah, I'm already on it. Don't worry. And he's basically he's carting the bodies, and he's even looking at Prince Darendal and the Kogat. He says, "Bring them over here," and you see he's kind of like organizing them to see what weapons were not sundered, what armor wasn't sundered, what might maybe be of valuable items on their bodies itself. So he's in the process of doing that. Not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go from the top of the list. Okay, so Hexy, what are you doing?
I want to check the room for that key to see if I can find it to open the chest. I want to see what's inside the chest that's locked.
Okay, so roll a perception check.
Oh,
Yes.
Okay, you see everything from the pillows to the bed to the drapes, and you look around the room with a confidence that you're gonna find the key if it were here, and you don't see any key whatsoever.
Can I
You're
attempt
almost
it again?
convinced that there's no key in the room. It must be on Ilvara herself.
Okay, that's bullshit.
Ek sien jy's klein klim in die keyhole.
Oh yes, thank you. I forgot about that. Maybe. Well, no. How big is that lock? Ek is ten minste 15 tot 20 centimeter.
Yeah, it's a padlock. So I would say that you can easily try and open the lock, maybe with the idea of your arms using it to push, the tumbles in place.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay,
But
I'll try that on my
you
next
can't
turn.
go into it. No, you can make
Yeah.
the attempt now if you want to. It's not a problem.
Okay, so what do you want me to throw for that?
We're out of combat, so the turns is purely based on what people are doing. So that's why I started with you now. So Hexy, what do you want to do?
Okay, yeah, I wanna see if I can push the pins on the inside to open the lock.
Okay.
Maybe manipulate it a bit.
So, okay. So do a sleight of arm, sleight of hand.
slut of hand.
Oh, that was nice. Okay. So with that, easily the lock is no problem. You kind of feel it. You can feel when the one tumble goes into place. Before you know it, you got all four, and the lock just opens up.
Nice. Okay. Obviously, I open it up and I cookaloo to see what's inside.
The chest.
What do I need a perception check?
Okay, so you go and you open the chest. You can roll me. Yeah, you can roll me a Constitution saving throw,
Ooh.
and you need to beat
Okay.
a 13.
Constitution saving throw. Oh my goodness, a 13.
Oh.
Oh!
Ons dan lucky.
Yes.
So what happens if you cancel it out?
As you open this chest, you see, and it happens so quick, your reflexes are not even able to match it. But you see two spikes coming from the sides of this chest that it opened, and it lunges towards the center point. And you know for a fact that if this were a human hand, these two spikes would have gone straight into this hand. And what you notice that there's like this green liquid that drips from the actual points. And when this happens, it comes past you, and it doesn't hit you, but it's literally millimeters from scraping you, and you are able to not be poisoned by this actual trap on the chest.
Ooh.
But with that, in it, you find clothes. From fine clothes to vestments, you find 2 healing potions. You see a silver chain headdress set with a small onyx stone, which looks to be of some value. You notice a bit of small moonstones, which is a type of gem that you can get. And then you notice most probably the most valuable thing here, and that is the component pouch for what you would think is either Ilvara or Melista.
I'm sorry.
With that, also 24 gold pieces and 30 silver pieces. So not a massive treasure, but at least a little bit of a stowaway of items.
Sorry, you said component pouch of either Melissa
Component
or.
pouch.
So there's something
Yes,
in
so
that
that's
pouch.
something that casters use to be able to cast their spells when it requires a component.
Oh, is that what it is? Okay, can I grab all of the stuff and throw it in my backpack?
Yeah, no problem at all.
then
What I'll do
that-
is I'll bring it up.
That will be then me, thanks.
It's no problem. Just give me a second quickly.
Alright.
And this goes in here. Okay, so I'm gonna give it to. You want all of the stuff?
Yeah. Hit me.
What a greedy fairy this.
Axel, ideal.
Ja, sy deel eers 'n half potion nie. Ons is besig om te dood hierso.
I'm still in the room.
Let me just quickly see. Okay, yeah, and the potions of healing, I'll let that be identifiable. I mean, you know that already, so that's not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, so there we go.
Nee.
Done. You got some lekker stuff there. All right. Apart from that, there's nothing else in that particular room. And yeah, you see that there is a means to go a little bit lower. It looks like the door could be also locked, but it's not locked at the moment. And you notice that that's most probably where Shur actually lives. You manage to peek in there very quickly just to see what might be within these quarters. And you notice that it's a very small chamber. It's got one bed, one cupboard. The cupboard it's not even one that closes. There's almost no means of personal belongings. It's kind of like Shur is placed here because Ilvara would want him on hand close by whenever she needed him at first. And though it would be seen as an upper form of living in drow standards, it's actually pretty bland. There's almost no no spoils, so to speak, for being in this room that's just under Ilvara itself.
Okay.
Okay, so Joran, next one on the list. What are you doing?
These bodies around us, can I please search for some health potions? If they have, see if they have possibly any health potions on them or any means of healing.
I would roll a perception check.
Perception. There we go.
Okay, so with 11, you see Aldeth and Prince Derendal with Kogarth, and they're kind of like pulling all of these bodies together. They're looking pretty intently to try and find anything that is considered decent to have. You notice that not one of them has got a healing potion on them, but they've got like rations, like a little bit of a fungi food with fruit and dried meat. And you notice that the one's got like a broken sword, and this one's a little bit of a broken armor here and there, but nothing that would necessarily aid you in this moment to give you better health.
Okay, well, can I grab the food while I spot it?
Sorry?
Can I grab then at least the food?
Yes, yeah, you can grab it and you open it, and when you do it's pretty decent food. The rations are actually pretty solid. You notice that it seems when you look at the meat and I'll do this based on your perception that you rolled now. You notice that the meat is a very, very dark red meat, but when you bring it to your nose to smell it a little bit better, you can see it's been seared and cooked. It comes across almost like between a beef and bacon type of meat, and it smells good. You put it in your mouth, you eat it, and it's pretty solid as well. And with it, there's fungi as well, like a mushroom, but it's not like surface mushrooms. It's harder. It's got more ribs in it, or ripples on the surface of it. And when you bite into it, it's almost like crunchy, and generally it tastes better than what you would have expected. When you look at it, you're like, you put it in your mouth, you bite it, it's actually pretty nice. And with that, a little bit of fruit, but the fruit is something that you've never seen before. It looks almost like an apple, but it's purple. The one other part of it, it looks like something that you could associate with sort of like a tomato, but it's blue with like dots all around it. And you take a moment to eat from that as well, and it's actually quite. It's got a nice feeling to it, and it's got a sustain to it that makes you feel a lot better the moment you start eating from it.
Okay, good. Can I chat to Pocket?
Yeah, you can definitely chat to Pocket. I mean, she's inside the room there. Hexie's just gone down.
Is she in the room?
Doorway?
Okay.
Yeah, as you come into this doorway while you're eating the stuff, and you notice that the other people, the motley crew, are coming close by. You see Jim Jai's got a bit of a bruise on his face, but doesn't look like it was. This is older than this last fight itself. You notice the Shashar walking. There's the motley crew itself. They are basically trying to help as best they can. But you notice that Rond is trying to you can see he's scanning everything to try and see what his options are. When you go into this room, you notice Melissa in the corner there, and Melissa is on the verge of falling unconscious. Pocket is. She kind of gives the impression that she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. She doesn't know if she should try and help, but at the same time, she's looking frantically for Twitch, and she doesn't know where Twitch is.
Just a question, who did we hear screaming when we were running towards this place? Was that Twitch or Pocket?
That was Pocket.
Okay.
It was Pocket.
Pocket was in this chamber. She was about to be sacrificed. But I think it was Hexia yourself that rolled the dice to show that she would survive the encounter.
Yeah,
It
I
was
think
just a
it's Hexia.
scratch from your land instead of killing her off entirely.
Okay. Do we know the fate
When you-
of Twitch? Is Twitch dead, right? I'm assuming.
No, you don't know because she's
Oh.
been taken.
So she's still missing.
Or at least, yeah. When you broke out, just before you broke out, you heard by one of the guards that Jonalith and Twitch were being prepared for the sacrifice.
Okay.
So the only assumption that you got is that if Jonalith is with Shur, it only makes more sense that Twitch will most probably be with them as well.
Interesting. I don't know if I want to talk to Melissa myself. I want to talk to Pocket maybe. Let's ask her, Pocket, what the fuck happened, yo?
Yeah, so she like looks at you and she's like, I don't know what to do. And she's like trying to. She's genuinely frantic. She's got absolutely no sense of logical processing at the moment. She's in full panic mode. And then while you're talking to her, you just hear this like shing downstairs, but you don't hear anything else.
I want to go investigate what is downstairs.
Okay, so you go towards the thing, you look down and you see Hexie's got her arm full on in the chest, and there's like these two pincers that came out, but you don't know what happened. Lyra, what are you doing?
I feel like I'm catching my breath.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, you're pretty low on health, not a problem. Raylith, anything that you're doing?
Bez?
Oh, sorry.
Is
I
it-
can. Sorry. Now I'm yeah. I'll switch over to push to talk. Tell me.
Okay.
That room that we were in
Yeah.
previously, right? The chamber above it. Did we search it?
The guard tower, yes, you guys did. So remember what I said last time as well. Motley Crue is basically following you guys. So whatever you guys don't necessarily get in this area by checking, they will grab stuff that they can. So where like the 6 chain shirts and the 6 suits of studded leather, one was given to I think it was Joran and Hexie.
But do
The
I have...
others were taken by the Motley Crew. And basically that stuff is not gonna miss. So everything that was in that last chamber has been taken. That's correct. In this shrine area, Hexie is pretty much looted the bottom chambers. The top chamber has got this shrine, and that's basically what you've seen so far on face value with the areas around you.
Okay, no good. I'll basically just walk into this chamber,
Yeah.
then use my telepathic connection to see who's basically in this area. Then I will probably see Axie and Jordan's here. Then I will
Yes,
open
yeah.
a telepathic connection to Axie and just ask her what happened. She doesn't have to physically tell me because she will know, right? But she's just conveying me what all the events that she saw and what happened while she was in the chamber. And then I open a telepathic connection, like focus on it, on Melissa, to see what's happening actually inside her head.
Okay, yeah, sure. Okay, so you can talk to her. Okay, what did you want to say?
Basically, why did she turn on her ally inside the chamber? Did you get that?
Yeah, just hang on. I just want to quickly check here. Yeah, you do have telepathic speech, so you can do the telepathic speech itself. Okay, so all right, so you notice that she's unconscious. Okay.
Okay.
Or she's about to basically fall unconscious. Okay, and she's looking kind of in your direction. So I'm going to just move you a little bit closer, just like that, so that at least you're within that range for that telepathic speech connection.
Okay.
Okay, so again, from the get-go, what is it that you're asking her?
Why did she attack ally, the other drow that was inside this room?
You, even though it's in her mind, you hear the words like very broken. She mentions Yolan, cruel, had to help, weak, tired, wish spell, too much harm. That's what you get, the words coming to your mind.
And I take it she's now probably unconscious, it's likely.
She's going to fall unconscious any moment, yeah. She overexerted herself, let's put it that way.
Okay, basically what I can do is basically just move closer, tell her to lie down. She can rest for now.
Okay, so you move closer, and as she starts kind of like falling down, you notice that she takes her hand like very. It looks simple, but it's with a lot of effort, and you can see she wipes her hand over her eyes, almost as if trying to rub something off. And when she does that, you notice that there's like a shimmer. Now, you obviously more magical orientated than some of the others. You notice that what she's doing is she's basically deactivating an illusion. And you notice that her eyes go from a very strong red color to a very light blue color. It's more bluish and purple orientated than necessarily red. You notice that the one part of her ornaments, which have got very sharp, spiky vibes with the earrings and with the shoulder pads itself, you notice that that sharpness then falls away, and it basically it starts to go to a white, shimmering type of metal. And what you get from this is that she's been using this illusion for a while. It's a very seamless illusion, and you, I mean, I won't even say that you have to roll an Arcana check. This is an illusion spell that has been very carefully and tailor-made to make it look as real as possible. And for those that would not be of an arcane nature, would have a very difficult time realizing that it was just an illusion all this time.
What?
And as her head lands on the ground, you see her eyes starting to close, and she basically almost falls asleep, or she goes unconscious.
So I'm just quickly also busy with the notes here. Okay, well, basically scan her over, see if there's any visible injuries, and if there is, just try to tend to it, and then I'll remove
No, she's definitely got injuries. So what I'll do is I'll roll a death save
Oh god.
for her. That's a 16, so that's a positive. What do you guys want to do? You got like about 6 seconds, and I'll go roll it again.
Exy,
Okay.
health potion, bro.
Will I be able to save them? Save her like by basically first aid means.
Sorry, say again.
Will I be
Stabilizer.
able to save her? With just stabilize her just with first aid.
I would say roll a healing. Let's quickly go there. Medicine check. Do a medicine check for me. Oh, 15. Holy moly. Okay. All right. So you see her falling back. You can hear in your mind that she's grasping to even say stuff, but through your magical means and through your ability, if I could say, your healer skill itself, you're able to stabilize her to the point where she doesn't have to roll anymore, but she's still unconscious. Yeah, that was a good save. Well done.
Nice. Okay, so we don't have to use a
All right.
healing potion.
For now, Hexy, what are you doing?
I've got
I'm gonna
the-
make it that Prince Derendal and Aldeth are going to start moving towards the front of the camp with the Kogarth as well. So Hexy, what did you want to do?
Well, I've got the health potion I can offer to some of the guys.
Please, sir, can I have some more?
Yeah,
Okay.
so okay, I go up to Joran, and then I tell him, listen, like, listen, I found this. Maybe this will help you. And then I hand him over
Okay.
the health potion just to, because this bra is like, he's on the floor.
He's feeling
I-
it.
He's yeah.
Okay. Okay, no, that's fine. 2d4 plus 2, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, wait,
Say
before
that-
I
say
go,
that again?
before, if she gives me the health potion, I wanna throw it at Lyra.
Oh. Okay.
Save me.
Okay.
So,
So
Lyra can heal.
who's using the health potion? Okay. So Lyra, you can roll the 2d4 plus 2.
Do I do 2d4 plus 2? Do I add the advantage thing?
No, you just.
No, just the 2d4.
2d4 is a triangle
Um.
dice, and then you just click on the triangle dice and then right click once, and you'll have 2.
Click once,
You
right
put it in
click.
the chat, yeah.
Oh, cock. I locked it. I'm sorry. Wait, so I click.
Click on the dice, the triangle dice, click right click
Yes.
once and throw it in the chat.
I'm just kidding.
Ah,
That's
that's
one
that.
of them.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Now another one.
Another one.
So that's 6.
Hold on.
So I've added the 2 already. I say.
Okay,
That's
I got
9
it.
health. Okay, so she
That's
gets
good health.
9 health.
Thanks, my love.
Alright.
I'm not your love.
Thank you
there.
for your sacrifice.
Joran don't know you, Lyra. I just see weak and I see it needs to be healed, so I can survive.
Okay, right, there
I
we
can
go.
run and hide.
Alright, what are the rest of you guys doing? You see Pocket, she's kind of like staying by Melissa as well. She's looked at you, Raylith, and she's like, have you seen my sister? Can you help her as well? Do you know where she's gone? She's talking to you, Raylith.
Well, I'll tell her straightforward. Listen, from what I've heard by the guards and so forth, your sister had been taken with Jorlith to some unknown location.
When you do this, you see her. She runs out, and you can see she's trying to look for somebody, and she's like, Derendal. She's like just like running straight for him to go and try and talk to him as well. What are you guys doing?
Should we maybe just, if there's nothing else of importance in this room, should we just pick up Melissa and just carry her with us?
If you want to do that,
I don't know, I'm talking to the crew.
there's the shrine. That's the only thing that I would say really
Oh, that's,
is still.
I heard a
Hanging
sound
out
at the
there.
bottom from below. Can I go to the bottom from here where I'm now?
Yeah. So you look down and you notice that it was Hexy and the trap that got sprung. That you heard that noise.
Oh.
It's like shing.
Oh.
But she didn't get hurt, and she was able to give you the potion as she came up.
Cool.
So at the moment, it's just this level with Melissa in it.
What do you wanna do, guys?
Isn't there a shrine upstairs?
You guys are on the floor with the shrine.
Okay.
So the shrine is like over here, this massive, like spider-like looking shrine itself.
Well, let's consolidate everything we basically have. Let's check for a way to go out.
I would like to
Then we
find
decide.
a dagger so I can change the sword for a dagger. That's what I'd like to do. Is there possibly a dagger somewhere here? Can I have a look?
I I would say that you look, the drow guard facilities are mainly short swords, hand crossbows, longbows. So there's no dagger at the moment now.
Cool.
But you've only seen about half of the post, the
Yeah,
outpost itself.
maybe somewhere. There's an assassin I can kill and take his dagger.
Well, we can go together and start searching there where you killed that other one. The one that you fucking daggered from behind.
I think we didn't need to go down to with the group because I'm afraid something could happen and we can cover ground like that, but I don't know what we should do with Melissa. Should
Take her
we
with.
should we recover her somehow?
I would say,
But I'm-
didn't we still... You can use, let's say, for instance, nearby pieces of cloth and clothing just to basically keep her stable, or like not from moving or anything, and also like a small restraint.
Yeah, but you
Just in
don't even
case
know how
something happens.
powerful she is.
Well, fireball to the face usually works.
Well, sure.
Well, look, the thing is to I mean, you guys are adventurers. It's not like you haven't heard of things. But one thing you do know of is the wish spell. And you know that's a 9th level spell. You also realize that it's not something that's commonly found and it's not easy to come by. But that gives you a bit of an idea of what her arcane prowess is, if I can say it in that sense.
Okay, so she's goddamn powerful though. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
but I think
smelling in
she's-
there.
Yeah, but remember, it's gonna take like a long time to actually recover, even to get back up to 100%. So she is weak. Even tomorrow, she is gonna be weak. So
What if we give her?
Yes,
she's,
you could.
she's
You could
stabilized.
agree with
huh?
that, yeah. Yeah, no, she's stabilized.
She's not gonna die, but can we give her a
but
health
she-
potion to heal up?
Yeah. I don't have a problem with you guys going about it that route. But what you do realize is that it's not a mortal wound per se. That's got a basically on the ropes. It was of an arcane nature. It was something that happened with the wish spell that weakened her so badly that it's lowered her sense of being able to keep herself stabilized.
Okay, so she's
basically,
just-
it's almost like the spirit is wounded more than the body. The body is still weakened. Her strength at the moment is 4. So the slightest of restraints she will not be able to get out of because she's that weak.
that's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
if
So
she
So either we
if
restrain
you're
them
judging
or...
her like Raylith on what you've seen, even if she were to walk with you guys, there's a part of you that realizes that she should be limping with her staff more than being able to keep up a fast pace.
Okay, so that's what I say. We still restrain her. You're still not 100% sure in friend or foe. And I think she's valuable because she has a lot of information, especially on the surrounding areas, which is really helpful because we don't know where we are.
So you just want to leave her alone,
That's
no
also
eyes
true.
on her.
No. Not leave her alone. She's still going to travel with us. We just keep her on like...
Are we gonna carry her then?
Well, I see a lot of Gogoth, and Prince Durandal looks pretty strong.
Yeah, the Kogoth could definitely carry her if you wanted to convince one of them to do so. Yeah.
I would go with that then.
They're big beasts of burdens, so they can carry a lot. I mean, they carried you guys from the surface to the camp initially.
Yeah, we can take her with us and we can see what happens. But I don't know, someone needs
Okay,
to look
Hexy,
at her.
after your near-death miss, is there anything that you want to do?
Nah, yeah, I want to come up and also go out with the rest of the guys here in the
Okay,
front,
sure.
and
Yeah,
basically
sure.
just keep going and exploring.
Yeah, so actually, for the first time, I would say that you, being the fairy that you are, because you're fast and you're actually able to pick up on the surrounding areas, you notice that there's 4 stalactites. The one where you were initially in first, where you killed the first 2 gods, and then it's this one where it was with the shrine. But then there's 2 that look like barracks. The one that's closest to you, like I'll even put it on the map for you. Yeah, this one. You notice that this one is more for people that were operating a lift, which is like around the corner here. I think Raylith was the only one that went on the lift, which takes you down to the lower sections of this camp. But what you do realize when you get to about this section over here is that this one over here is got a hell of a strong locking mechanism on it. There's about 3 locks over here in one. And to the right of yourself over here, you notice that this looks like the main hall. It's like a kitchen / eating area that the guards would have used to get food. And then towards the bottom section over here, there's 2 doors that lead to what looks like sleeping areas for the drow when they're off duty and when they're basically sleeping or just getting a little bit of catch eye or entertaining themselves with a game or something like that.
Sorry, so you said it was
So
this one with the locks, or was it this one?
No, this one over here. I'll put Aldeth in front of the one where it is. Pockets. Okay. I'm going to say that she's with Prince Derendal. Prince Derendal is pretty much in the central area here, and most of the motley crew is here as well. Jim Jar, he's gone straight into the kitchen, and he's gathering as many of the rations as he can. You notice that there's this Ront as well. Can I move you guys all up? Sorry, so that you guys can also see.
Yeah, that would be nice.
If that's all right.
Everybody's so
okay,
bundled.
So let me do that quickly. I'm just going to bring you guys all around just so that you can see exactly what's going on. And you notice that the camp is extremely quiet after this fight that just took place. I mean, it's dark. It's got that typical cave musky smell to it. The kitchen has got food, but has a little bit of a decent smell, also like food was just made. But all the doors towards the stalactites that's in this near vicinity and the sleeping areas are completely closed off. This one, where Aldeth is, has the 3 locking mechanisms on this door. And you notice it's the only stalactite that doesn't have any means of a window. Whereas this one, you've got like a little gap or 2 that if you wanted to, as Hexy, you could slip in there if you wanted to. And Aldeth is here with Boopidor, and they're trying to open the door, and Aldeth is like, damn locks! And you hear Boopidor, and he's trying to get it open, but to no avail. So Hexy, you're first on the list. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to try and see if I can get these locks open here. I like my locks. I want to use my sleight of hand, or maybe let's just check how big they are. Can I fit through them?
You notice that these locks are actually not ones that they're actually they're not the ones where you can slip through, and it's not ones where you can put your arms. What you notice is that there's a runic device to it. And you notice that it is something of a sequence that is it's phrases that you know of before, that you knew of before. When you were in Fandalva, somebody had these type of symbols also in the inn, and is Jordan, are you around there as well?
Yeah.
Okay,
I've got a clue. I've got an idea. So when you go towards these locks, you immediately recognize it as Thieves' Cant. It's symbols that are strictly to rogues only. Ha!
Now, Hexy, you can make the attempt to open it.
No,
What would you
I'll
like
rather,
to do?
I'll say I see Jordan approaching me, and then I turn to him and I ask him, listen, is this something that he recognized, these symbols? Because this is foreign to me. And maybe he knows how to open this door.
Okay, sure. When you're doing this, you basically take in the surrounding area. Okay, so you notice that there's a lift. You notice that Rond, Pipidor, they're going towards this like lift area. They're kind of also just taking in everything around them. You notice that this lift can take about 5 to 6 people at a time, but it needs to be operated from the top. Okay. With that, let's go with Raylith and Lyra. You guys can both roll me do 2 d20s. And Joran, you can then, if you want to, inspect these symbols to see if you understand exactly what the meaning is. So in investigation.
Investigation not that
So
high.
Raylith and Lyra again, 2 d20s. Okay, so 2 and a 15. 2 and a 15. Then Raylith is a 10 and a 16. 10 and a 16. Okay, and then Joran, your investigation was a 9.
Can't I be proficient?
Okay, so you look
Advantage
at-
because I'm thief.
No, so you look at the locks, and you don't really it's not that you don't understand it. You know the thieves can't, but what you notice is that the locks are directly tied to each other, and you realize that you've got to unlock them in a particular sequence, but you don't know what sequence it is. So you've got the top lock, the middle lock, and the bottom lock.
There's no type of symbols on them that's recognizable.
You see the thieves can't, and it clearly shows that there is a sequence to it, but you don't know what the sequence is.
So the thief can't only says that there's a sequence. That's it.
Yes. So it's kind of a guessing game now,
Alright.
unless somebody else knows the.
And they look like sockets, right?
Actually, I'll tell you what. Roll me a d20 again.
Perception, right?
No, just a d20 flat. Okay, so he is got a. Let me just quickly see here.
Fucking low rolls, bro.
Oh, he's got +3. Okay, so 13. Okay, so you see Jim Jar coming up to you, and in his hand he's got like almost like an apple type of thing that he's eating, and he's like, that's a sequence of 1, 2, and 3. And he like keeps on biting into the apple, and he kind of like looks at you, and he's like, quite a simple sequence. Wouldn't you guess? You'd think that Drow would have thought about this a little bit better. You know, and he kind of like looks in your direction, almost as if now waiting for you to unlock it.
Ginger. I have no idea how to unlock this door, bro. Can you please, like, do we have to like put in like, just like press buttons to see what happens, or have you solved this?
You see him biting into the apple again. I could unlock it. I know that I could, but I'm not tall enough. But that's the first one, that's the second one, and that's the third one. And he points to a sequence that shows that the middle is first, the top is second, and the bottom is third.
And I press it in that sequence. Jimja, if this doesn't work, I'm gonna fucking kill you.
Jeez.
And I press it in the sequence he mentioned to me.
When you say kill him, he takes a bite and then it's half like still in his mouth, and he like looks up, almost as if now to see whether or not he's reading your threat as a joke. It's like, Prince Derendal was calling me one moment, and he seemed just scuttle off. But yes, okay. If you want to, you can try that sequence: middle, top, and bottom.
I'm trying it. I press
So
it.
it comes down to your sleight of hand. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you now. It's 12, 14, and 16 that you need to beat. Okay, so that's a 16. You unlock the first one. As it does that, you hear this, and it dims this like magical essence on the lock in the middle.
I can.
Do you go bottom or top?
You've
Well,
got inspiration, don't you?
whatever he said was next was top, right? Middle, top, bottom.
Yeah,
That was
top.
what he said. So top is next.
You wanna go top? Okay, sure, right. Okay, so you can roll your dice.
I can
You
use
do
lucky
14.
with this, right?
Yes, you can, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
It's an ability check, so you could technically.
Also use my psionic die
I
on
can hear
this.
the fear. It's like, ah, shit.
But I
Okay,
can
yeah,
also use
alright.
I can also use my sonic dice on this because I'm a proficient at sleight
Yes,
of.
yes,
Nice.
you can.
Okay, if I miss, okay, cool. Boys, we might get this, maybe.
You got a lot of contingency. Whoa. Okay, so a 9, you can either choose to re-roll the luck or you can add your d4 to it. But then you're only getting 13, so it's
Yeah,
kind
right.
of like you're forced to actually go the luck.
I'm gonna go, and I can use because I've got I think I've got 2 lucks available, so I can use.
You got
Okay,
it based on your proficiency,
yeah,
yes.
so it's 2. Okay, cool. So this is my
So
first
you're
one. I'm
using 1. Okay,
Let's
yeah,
go.
sure, go for it.
That's the wrong button. Sorry.
It's all good. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, all right. And as you put the thief's tool in and you click in it to open it, it opens up and you hear that like magical boom, and it dials down. So the third one being the bottom, it looks like Jim Jar at least gave you the right sequence.
Nice.
He lives another day.
So the bottom one now.
Yeah.
Die man is gestrest.
Cheers.
Oh, okay. No problem. 12, 14, and 16 was cleared. I mean, what were you worrying about? You were lucky. So the door all of a sudden becomes a thing that you can open. Do you wish to open the door?
Oh yes. Like I've just done something cool.
All right. And as you do this, Aldeth is looking at you. Ah, damn rogues. And you open it up.
Oh,
You see
God.
Prince
Hello.
Derendal and the rest of the motley crew are still doing their thing. But when you open the door, you notice that there's a drow lying on the floor, but he's dead.
Interesting. I investigate his
What
body.
do you wish to do? Yeah, sure. You go in and you try and investigate.
Yes.
Is a trap.
Roll the investigation itself. Okay, with a 10.
Can I use my psionic
Okay, so you look at
dice?
Do you want to use a psionic?
Yes. Why
Yeah,
not?
you want to use it? Okay, go for it. Okay, so you use that to add a d4. So you can roll a d4 for me. Is it d4 or d6? Let's just quickly check.
I think
psionic
it's
energy.
level
It's a
D6.
d6. It's a d6. So roll a d6 and then we add that to the dice. See if you can get a 15 or higher.
Oh. so
Okay.
close.
All right. So with a 14, you notice that the body has got puncture wounds on its neck, and the one part is also on the chest. What you do realize is that it's not a blade, it's not a dagger, but it looks like a dart. And on the tip where you see the actual puncture wounds, you see like that same green liquid as if he was stabbed with a bolt that comes from the drow as well, and his body was placed here. For what reasons, you don't know.
It was an inside job
Or a trap.
or a trap. But why would he trigger their own trap? I ain't gonna touch this thing. But can I have a look around? Also, what's in the room, possibly?
Yeah, so when you look in here, there's basically when inside there's Zerkwood chairs, there's a small table, but what you notice is that there's this massive cloister, and you notice that it's got the same ruins of Thieves' Cant that were on the outside. Do you wish to open the chest in the same sequence?
Do I wish to open the chest in the same sequence? Would they be that dumb?
As you open the door to come into the area.
You know what? Yes.
Okay, so you go over to the chest and you literally push these runes that are on top of this chest, and when it does, you notice that the chest then opens, but it's not like a footlocker chest. This is like a cloister, like a cupboard, a closet.
Yeah.
And this lock mechanism then opens, and as it opens, you get an abundance of items that are within this cupboard. What's weird about this cupboard is that it has a sense of a dimensional rift to it. It's almost like when you look inside, it's deeper than what the wall would allow it to be if you quickly look. And you look at the wall of the stalactites, this like stone rocky formation, and there's definitely something of a magical factor here with the closet. But when you look in, you notice that there's a variety of stuff. I mean, we're looking at scimitars, swords, there's studded leather, there's thieves' tools and tinder boxes and torches, there's water skins, there's daggers, there's longbows, there's crowbars, there's backpacks, there's bed rolls, there's oil, there's a couple of pouches.
Boys, isn't
But
this
one
like
of the
here?
things that catch your eye is a staff that looks like it's made out of glass. And
Glass stuff.
this is something that you can bring to the other players' attention. Do you as other players take note of this, that he's opening this thing?
Well, it depends if he actually called us closer, because I'm still there at the back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do allow
what are the
everyone.
other players doing?
I'll do allow them to come and have a look with me.
Okay, so do you call them? Like how,
Yeah, like,
how do you go
Bez! Lexi! Who's the other girl? Lyra!
Yo!
Yes.
Yo! Yo! Para!
I
Okay,
found
Fine,
gold!
I'll come.
So you look in this cupboard, and okay, so the motley crew to a certain degree also come in, but not all of them, right? But you notice that all of a sudden you start to realize that there's stuff that you guys recognize. Hexy, you recognize the adventuring equipment that you had when you got captured on the surface. Jordan, you notice your stuff. Raylith, you notice your personal belongings as well. But what you do realize in this one section, other than that, is there are a number of things that didn't necessarily come from you guys. You notice that there's like these stones that are, there's about 8 of these stones, but they've got like pictures of musical instruments. The moment that you take that, you see Pocket immediately. She's like, those are mine. Can I please have them? And you notice that as you see like this one item that looks like a rod, Anira immediately like, yes, that's my rod, that's mine. And you notice that the Motley Crew's items have also been placed here as well, but not all of the items have got previous owners. You notice that there's like a bracer that's got strong metallic reinforcements on the arms. You notice that there's 3 dice that that have got JJ on, which you make the connection to Jim Jar. You notice that there's these goggles that look very strange. Besides the rod with a button on it, you notice that there are books. There's like a necklace that has got beads on it, which is it gives off a sort of like a a magical entity as well. There's like this little orb that's got a time factor to it. You see about 20 potions of healing. There's about 50 pounds of food, which is basically dried meats, fresh fruit, and sort of like a bread factor to it. You notice that there's a quiver with arrows in it, which look quite odd. You notice that there's a robe that's got little patches on it all over the robe. And you notice that there's also a very weird looking stone that looks almost like it's got a fingerprint on it. So this is like the cupboard of magical items that have been collected in the Vulcan Valve area itself. So as a group, what did you want to do? I can show you these things as well.
That would be nice.
Yeah, just
Okay,
can we
so
have a
let's-
list or something, or because that's quite a lot of
Yes,
information.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do. Let's just hope.
If
Does
you don't
it?
mind.
Okay, tell me if you see the name for this.
Racer.
Does
Yeah,
it say anything
guys, so-
else?
And a description of it.
Yeah.
Does it
And
give you
that's
any
it.
descriptions or anything? It just says braces.
Races
No,
and
it
these
says
figures
the-
made
No,
for
just
braces. Non-ID
Okay, that's
notes.
fine. That's not a problem. So this is like a filigreed metal brace that has been expertly made. When you look at it, it's almost like it's light and it goes on your forearms, but it's like it can take a knock or two. It's pretty solid. Is there anyone here that's got the identification spell or the ability to roll Arcana to identify items? But you got to be pretty damn good to get it. Hey,
I'm not
Okay,
good at
let me just
Arcana.
check. I've got Arcana.
okay. Did you want to roll to see if you could identify these things?
Yeah, sure. Let's see.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. What I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to let's roll one Arcana dice.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest that you then roll all 11. So roll quickly the 11 and see what you got. And various items will have more information depending on what they are. 11, 12, 5, oof, 21. That's a lot, so my apologies, but I'd rather just do it right. Okay.
How many?
12. So you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You need another 5. Oh, you've done 8. You need another 4. Sorry. There we go. It's here. So 5, 11, 22. Holy crap. 20. 13.
No, it's 12.
8. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Now just tally them up quickly and then I divide it by that to see what the average is. There we go. Jeez, dude. You're getting lucky with your 20s, eh? They pull in the weight big time. But yeah, so your average is 15. Okay, with that, I'll say that the items that you were able to get in here, let me just quickly get you quickly. Right. Sorry, guys, I want to make sure that you guys get the proper stuff. There we go. All right. Charlatan, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to say Those are identifiable except the one item. Okay, so this, I'm going to show it from the get-go again, is the Braces of Defense. Okay, that gives you a +2 to your armor class if you have no armor or not using a shield. Okay. Who do you want to have get that particular item?
Lyra or Rayleigh.
Yeah, but the thing is, we also need to check
And-
for the monk.
Yeah, so I'm going to go through the whole list, so I'm just putting it out there, okay? Then you got the Charlatan dice, which is basically dice that you can control. This is Jim Jar's items. But then you get the Goggles of the Night, which is these pair of turquoise lenses that are mounted on this like metallic frame. And what it does is it gives you dark vision. So ideally something like a human being would want to have this at 60 feet. The next item is oh wait, let me do this so that you guys can at least see what it looks like. There we go. So the Goggles of the Night. Immovable Rod. That is the next one on the item list. Then you've got a Manual of Bodily Health, which is like a book. Then there is the Necklace of Praying Beads, which is got sort of like these magical. You've got then the Orb of Time. I don't have pictures for some of these things, so I just won't show it. And there's the Quiver of Elemental Chaos. The other item is the Robe of Useful Items.
Base, check out the Manual of Bodily
The
Health.
singing and the Singing Stones. And then the other one is the Stone of Growth. Those are the items. The other item that you don't have, which I'll show you now, is this one. It's a flask. Okay. It's made from what you can gather is iron. It's got a chain around the sides, but it loops right around it, almost as if trying to depict holding the lid in place to make sure that the content can't come out. But what the content is, you don't know. And you notice that there's a symbol on the front of the flask that's written in some form of language that you guys don't know, you can't comprehend it. But Joran, you being the one that can hold it, there is a part of you that it feels like there's an uneasiness to this particular flask.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah, you've got it with you. It's like a brass stoppered iron flask.
Cool.
So yes. So the question is, okay, so Braces of Defense. And then of course the Staff of Defense as well, which Hexie you recognize from your character when she was more mage orientated.
Okay.
So the question is, who gets what?
DM, just quick question. What happened to that orb?
The Orb of Time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Orb of Time is there. I just don't have a picture for it. But what you notice is that it's an orb, and it can be used as an arcane focus, so it's ideal for like a mage or so. And then you can take a magic action, and it will tell you whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or nighttime. So it's a small gimmick, but quite potent if you know how to use it.
Okay.
Hexie. Stone of Growth.
Ek sien dit nie hier op my skerm nie. Mis ek dit wel gou aan.
Yeah,
I
show it to
moved
you
all of
again.
this stuff out of the way so that I can place them next to each other.
Uh-huh.
1, 2, 3,
You get it
4,
now.
5, 6, 7, 8. I've got 9 stuff here.
Yeah, no, don't worry. We'll go through the list, and if you don't see it, then I can always share the picture again. It's not a problem. But yeah, so the Stone of Growth, that basically, when you activate it with a bonus action, the user is enlarged to medium creature size for 1 minute. Once activated, it cannot be dispelled or deactivated for the 1 minute duration. So it's kind of like you use it when you can or want to, but once you've used it, you're locked in that time at that height.
Ek sien twee goed hierso wat ek sal graag wil hê. If the team will let me.
Okay, now's your time to talk, eh, guys. You guys must talk between each other. What you guys want, what you guys don't want.
Okay, can I go first, please?
Go for it.
I would just like to ask if I can get the Stone of Growth and that quiver. I would love to have those two items. The stone specifically to make me large and be able to carry your fucking ass when you guys die. So that I can pick up Lara or whoever and just cart them out of danger for that minute and just stash them where
Okay.
you can't die. That's basically what I want to do with that. And obviously the quiver is pretty cool because it's to do with the arrows that I'm going to be shooting. And it's elemental.
Yeah,
So that's a nice added touch.
yeah. So it's a quiver of elemental chaos. What you notice on the quiver is that it's like 5 arrows that or 5 arrow sections, and each one's got a particular element to it, like fire, lightning, water, and earth as well. And you notice that you basically can take this out, and it gives you an added bonus factor to whatever arrows you're trying to shoot. Each one has got their own benefits to it, and you just need to attune to it. So that's the only thing that you got to take into account. Meaning that you need to basically agree that that's your magical item. You'll attune to it. If Joran comes to you and he takes, like, let's say a fire arrow out of your quiver and he tries to shoot it won't be fire. It won't be a fire arrow. Only you can attune to it. So only you can use those particular arrows and stuff.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, so that's my suggestion. I'm open to other
You guys
ones,
okay with that?
Yeah, she can take it, in my opinion. Unless someone else wants it. But I'm
Okay,
chilled.
right.
Is there anybody else who maybe wants the Stone of Growth or the quiver?
No, I'm good.
I don't want it now.
Okay. Lyra, let's go with you. What are you looking to get? What did you find that was decent or fanciful?
Well, I have 2 things as well. But it's mainly because none of the other things really make sense in my opinion,
Okay.
for me to have. So I don't know about the braces of defense, but I know I can't, armor and stuff will slow me down. So I don't know if that is part of it.
Yes, yeah. No. So
And then
braces in this case is not armor, no.
Okay, so I would like that, seeing as though I can't have anything else really. And then maybe possibly the manual of bodily health. But I'm fine with just one, so if someone else wants one of them, then I'm cool.
I'm chilled. You can take it.
Anyone else?
I think she can
Anyone
grab the
else?
manual for Leo.
Sorry, what's that?
I said she can take the manual of bodily health.
You want to? Okay, sure. So she wants to grab that. Okay. Let me quickly put a name here.
We
Okay.
can also sell it.
I use it.
Okay. What else? Okay, and the braces of defense. Okay, so you, Raylith, what did you want to grab?
I actually want to sort out Joran first.
Okay, Joran, what do you want?
Because this two things here. Basically, that's useful. What I think you
Well,
see
I
first,
should think that we should take the robe.
The thing is, it says causing it to become an object or creature it represents. So I have no idea what it represents.
What are you referring to?
The robe of useful items. It says,
Yeah,
according to the robe, you
yeah.
can take a magic action to detach one of the patches, causing it to become object or creature it represents. So what is the patches?
Oh, okay. So object and creatures it represents. That's like, for example, okay. So I'm gonna, if you decide to go with the robe, I'm gonna have you roll 4 dice, and then, for example, you could get like a riding horse. You can get like a mastiff. But the thing is, it's like a once-off use patch. So once you've used the patches and then it's completely done, then it just becomes a normal robe.
Yeah.
How
many patches do you have?
Basically, in short, you got on the patches that you can see, you get a lantern, you get daggers, you get mirrors, you get poles, you get ropes, and you got sacks. And you will get, depending on what you roll, the 44, you get an additional patches with that.
Interesting.
Because I would
But it's an item.
useful for a robe.
So let's take it for example with a rope. Okay, when you decide to take a patch off, when you take the patch off, that rope materializes in your hand. When you take the robe for a horse, that horse will literally jump out of the robe and it will be in front of you.
Okay, but how long will it last? Will it stay there indefinitely, or?
No. It's got a duration.
No,
I'll take
rather
it.
Give it to Reddit. Yeah, after to Joran.
Okay, so Joran, you're gonna grab that.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. All right. Cool. Okay, so Joran. Okay, cool. Got that. Then I've got the staff of defense. So the staff of defense, just to give some context, it you get a +1 to your armor class by just having it in your hand, and you can cast mage armor and shield at will. 1 charge for the mage armor and 2 charges for the shield, and you get 10 charges pretty much every day.
Base, that sounds like you.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'll grab that stuff. Stuff of
Okay,
defense.
cool, got it. Okay, then the orb of time, who's that going to?
I would like it if nobody else wants it.
Yeah, you can take it.
Okay, the necklace of prayer beads.
I don't see the stats of that
You
one. So I don't know.
notice, yeah. So you what it does is it basically allows this necklace. It's got magic beads on it, and as a bonus action, you are able to heal other people with like a cure wounds. You can put a blessing on them as well. So it's primarily a support item.
Lara, if you want to be healing, take
I
it.
can take it if no one else wants it.
Exie, do you want it?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. I think it's okay.
You think it's okay?
Okay. Who wants the goggles of the night?
If no one wants it, I'll take it.
The one that gives dark vision.
Yeah. You're human, right?
Yeah, I am human.
Give it to the human.
I can't see shit, bro. I'm blind.
Okay, right. So Joran. Okay, immovable rod. How this works is it basically it's just a normal rod, but when you click this button on it, it defies gravity. It stops right where it is, and it can hold up to 8,000 pounds of weight. You need a DC 30 strength check to be able to move the rod just 10 feet on a successful check. So in a nice way of saying it, wherever you put it, it basically keeps whatever it's in place. It's a very nice utility item. whether it is to scale walls, whether it is to stop a particular enemy in its track. You can pretty much use it to however strong your imagination is. Who gets the rod?
Because technically speaking, if you jam that thing through somebody's leg and you fucking activate it, that guy won't be able to move whatsoever. Unless he rips
No,
his
you
leg
won't be
off.
able to move.
I thought he ripped his own leg off.
No. Yeah, it's exactly the case. So whether it is to hold open an opening area, like to try and prop it and reinforce that particular rock or something, or whether it's used to prevent access. You know, let's say you've managed to close a door and you click it behind the door, the people won't be able to open up that door.
I've got an
Unless they
idea.
break the door from the top or bottom. So it's a very nice utility item depending on how you want to use it.
What if
I think anybody can take this. Eh? Just we can still
Yeah.
advise each other to use it, so it doesn't really matter.
look what already one
That's also
big
true.
what big useful thing it is, I think, just correct me if I'm wrong. If you fall and you have that thing and you click it, you should stop mid-air, right? Because it defies gravity.
Yes, that's right, Joe. Yes, you'll stop. That's
So
correct.
I'm
What, no
just
video?
I'm just saying, like, whoever is gonna carry this, we can share it of course, but whoever's gonna carry this permanently, whoever's prone to doing weird shit and really needs it the whole time should take it. And I think maybe
Well,
Hexy
that's a
should take
weird
it.
way to describe yourself.
Oh, me, I don't know. Hexy is a weird one.
Yeah, but you can.
What weird shit do I do?
I was just thinking if Hexy took that staff, or that rod, sorry, and like stuck it up someone's nose and just click it in it.
Oh
it gets-
right, okay, it's a good shit. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yeah, because I am stealthy too. So yeah, give it to me. I think it will work
But
best with
just-
me because I'm very tiny
Ex-
and people won't see me.
Hexy, just remember, the world is your oyster with that thing. You can do
Yeah,
mad
no,
things with that thing.
I will try and be creative.
I've heard
and
about this
remember.
item before. It is actually very... yeah.
Okay, so Hex here it is. Okay, cool. Got you down, guys. And then what I'll do is I'll split the.
Is there
The health
extra bows in
potions.
there? Sorry. Is there like extra bows, like a small bow or a medium bow, or like a not long something that? Because you said it's like so vast in his bows. I also, if there's an extra bow, I would also take one.
Yeah, no, there will definitely be. I just want to quickly. So it's Joran, Hexy, Lyra, and Creature, Lyra. I just want to make sure I've got everyone here, and then there we go. Cool. Right, cool. And the same applies to these guys. Okay, so let's see if this works. Skadoosh. There we go. And then you should have food, you should have potions. You guys should have all the goodies that you need. Just double check to make sure that it's sorted.
Can I equip the stuff because I the C and the E?
Okay, so let's quickly see, huh?
Yeah.
Inventory. So if you go to your inventories, you should see all
okay.
of your goodies like the beads and stuff. Okay, so you'll notice that there's like a black A at the top with in a triangle, black triangle. Okay, there you can attune to 3 items max. So Lyra, I'm just looking at your one now. So if you want to, your braces of defense, you can attune to it.
Yes.
There it clicks in. So it's 1, 2, 3. You got your necklace of prayer beads. You can click on that. That will put you to 2 out of 3. You see?
Okay.
Okay, so Hexy, you the same thing. I most probably will just have to sort out the quiver.
So when
and
you
show
say
that it needs to
attune,
be
sorry,
attuned.
what do you mean? Like, is that the equivalent to equipped?
No.
Yeah, in a way of speaking, you can only have 3 items attuned at a time. So
Sounds like we're
it's
proficient
like
in that item.
you've got to. Yeah. So like the immovable rod, you don't need it, but your quiver you will need to be attuned. So I'll fix that for you because that is
Okay.
something that I had to sort out. But like your stone of growth, anyone can technically use it provided they've got it in their hand. So that's also not attuned, but the quiver will
Okay.
speak to only you.
Oh, so it's to
Whereas
kind
like
of limit
Raylith as
the
well,
thing.
if you look at yes, so that you don't have like all the magical items on all the time.
Okay.
Make sense?
Ja, maar ik kan ik zware.
So you got 3. Yeah, so you gotta think about your pros and cons for each item and how it affects you. So like for example, Raylith has got the orb of time. He can open and he can look at it and it'll show him what time of day it is. It's basically like the DnD version of a watch.
No, that's pretty
But
cool.
he doesn't have to be attuned because anyone can use it. But at the same time, his staff of defense, he needs to be able to be attuned. And if he's not, if he doesn't have it equipped, then it's not going to. So in this case, now he's got the staff of defense on his particular character. So he's got a weapon. You most probably will have your weapon now with a longbow and with a quiver. Joran will have his particular items. So like the robe of useful items, he doesn't have to be attuned to it. It's something that is automatically something that he can use. In theory, not that you want other players to do this, but technically another player could grab a patch and take it off of his robe, though we don't do that.
Don't touch my robe, bro.
In a nice way of saying it. Yeah. The thing is, you've got that flask. All I'm gonna say, be careful.
Yeah, I've got an idea what's in there.
Right. With that being said, you notice that there's an argument outside taking place. You see Prince Derendal, you got Pocket, you got Jim Jar, Aldeth. There's a couple of guys outside, and they're basically talking in quite a harsh manner. And you can hear Prince Derendal. He's got that typical snarl where it's
Sorry?
like, no, we can't leave them. We must go after them. And you hear like Ron, it's like, I won't sacrifice my life for a child. And you can kind of see that Ron and Bubidor and there's Callisto, Calypso, sorry, she's like this tabaxi roguelike female character, and she's like, yes, we must leave, we must not look for trouble, trouble will find us. So you can kind of see that there's a bit of a rift taking place, and you notice that they are talking about whether or not to make a run for it, or as Prince Derendal is trying to show, he wants to try and get Pocket's sister Twitch. The question is, when you guys come outside of this particular room and you see this argument taking place, what is your input and what do you guys think about that particular situation?
Anyone want to go first?
Oh yeah, you can go first if you want to.
And you can hear that
What's
it's
going
getting
on here?
quite heated. Prince Derendal and Ron, they are like butting heads big time, yeah.
Well, my stance will be I'll go stand next to Prince Yerendal and also insist that they should come with us to help search for Twitch.
Okay, so that's one there. Sarith, which is the other drow that was in the place with you guys. So Sarith, Bupidor, sorry, and Rond are the ones that are, and Calypso. The four of them are the ones that are trying to come across as, no, go down the lift and let's run towards the west. So to give you an idea with the arrows, the western chamber, if you zoom out of the map, I'm just going to do a circle, is this entry point over there. Okay, so it's a little bit north from the lift, but that is to go directly west. And the way that he makes it out is that Mensa Baranzaran is towards the northeast side. And you notice that there's a little pathway that goes to the bottom south. and they kind of like butting heads in the sense that they don't know which way to necessarily go. So Ront and them are pushing to go towards that northwest, whereas Prince Derendal, he wants to get on Shur and them's tail to try and get Twitch and Jonalith back. But both are giving valid reasons. If you go after Twitch and Jonalith and you happen to get the two of them saved, then you one step closer to Ilvara and to maybe Shur if he manages to escape or so. In the same breath, if you leave them, you get a head start to your running away from this outpost. Or, as Shushar wants, he's trying to point even more down towards the southern path, and he's trying to show that home. And he talks very slow because he's this like half fish Kuatoa character, and he's like, water, and he's talking in this weird way. But at the end of the day, it still comes down to Ron being very adamant that you guys need to run, and Prince Derendal being very adamant that we must do what we can to try and save the little ones. So, Hexy, let's put you on the hot spot first. What's your vote?
I'll save the little ones.
Door number 1, number 2, number 3. You want to do the kids?
Yeah,
You want to try
to
and
the
go and
kids.
save them? All right, interesting. All right. Okay, Joran.
Interesting, what the fuck?
I want to save the
Me?
kids, man. I want to save the kids in Africa.
The kids.
There's starving people in Africa, and I'm one of them. Man.
Okay, all right. Raylith, what is your vibe on this? You see Rod looking at you. Come on, Raylith. Come with us. We'll live.
The thing is, now we've been traveling together the entire time, so we stay as a group. If anybody wants to run off on their own, the chances of survival is better than 0. So either stick with the group or face it off yourself. So I'll go with my group. I'll go after the kids.
Okay, and Lyra?
Well, I'm not about to let some innocent children, hopefully innocent children, die. So let's save the kids.
Okay, cool. So,
Interesting.
okay, so the majority is full on go and save the kids. Okay, cool. When you say this, you see Ron and he looks at Bupido and he looks at Calypso. It's like, let them die. And you see him literally go to the lift, and you see the 3 of them lower down. They're not at all inclined to want to stay with the group per se.
And I scream,
So
traitors!
Is there any way to actually
and they
convince
go-
the guys except Ron?
Sorry, say again?
Is there any way for me to convince the rest that are trying to go with Ron?
Yeah, or intimidate them.
You can try, but you gotta be convincing. How do you want to do that?
Okay.
You see Ron getting on the lift and he's kind of like, come follow me if you want to live.
Ron, come back!
I'll demonstrate. This guy, Ron, that's trying to lead you. He left everybody else. He wanted to stay here, be a slave. Each and every time he just wants to stay behind and be in a worse situation. We got you out. We fought, we bled for everybody else here. So if you guys want to trust a guy like that, he's going to lead you to your death. Most likely he's going to die with you guys too. So it's your choice. Stay with us. We're a big group. We can fight. We can survive.
Okay, roll a perception check. That was pretty convincing. Okay, let's see what they say or what they respond to. I'm
Perception.
gonna roll it for all 4 of them. So long. Let's go.
Is it perception or persuasion?
Persuasion. Yeah, you basically persuading him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh wow! Okay,
Convincing
so let's
as
see.
fuck.
Okay, so Ront, he's pretty straight on his mindset. But Calypso, she changes her mind. She hears you and she's like, she will stay with the group. Bupido, Bobida. He decides to stay with Ront, unfortunately, in that case. And then the last one is Sareth, which is interesting. So Sareth decides that he's going to stay with you guys. You've convinced 2 of the 4. And as they walk into this lift, you see Sareth and Calypso as they turn back. And Ron's like, "You weak! You will all die." And you see Bobido like looking at you, Bobido. As the lift starts to lower.
Bastard.
And you notice that when they get to the bottom, they basically make their way towards the northwest side. The rest of you, okay, so here's an important decision. If you're going to go after the kids, Aldith comes up to the group and he says, "It's all very well and good that you want to go after the children, but I would suggest that we have one crew stay here, gather what we can, try and find some form of maps or means of travel, and then when you're done with your business, we'd meet you at the bottom and we can regroup instead of having one massive group try and go after Shuren now." The question is, do you agree with it or not?
But
I would
you
like you to
notice
send
that
scouts
Albert-
though.
He tries to bring up new ideas. It's not a necessarily challenge, but he's trying to think from another perspective as well.
Okay, Jordan, your vote?
I'm happy with it, but if I can convince him to maybe also send out scouts, have rotations at some form, like
I
Go
think we're
west.
going to be in the lead group. So
they're gonna
most
hang
likely
back.
scout.
We're gonna be.
Yeah.
No, well, I
Yeah.
want them to scout the other way. We're going one way.
Yeah,
I don't know how many
men.
men of them are gonna be left behind. How many we
Yeah.
are
So
gonna be.
in short, okay, to give a context, you guys are about 3 hours away from Shur, and that includes taking a rest quickly just to recuperate. If you guys travel at full speed, in the sense that you try and catch up with him, easily catch up with him in maybe an hour and a half or so, depending on who can do the tracking and find their route. With that, then you would have had your short rest, and then on top of that, the people that are here at the camp at Valkenvalve outpost, they would then basically have the means to try and look for any finer details and items, and then with that be able to look for particular things and prep their crew and get some items,
And but if I'm
some equipment and stuff. Then they would meet you at the bottom, and what would be the ideal practice is that in about 4 hours you would get to wherever Shur is with the kids, do your thing, and then from there move back here to meet up with everyone, and with everyone being prepped, you guys take off to try and run in whatever direction you feel is best.
is it possible that we can do it? Let's say we still chase after them after they've finished, and we will leave like breadcrumbs for them to actually follow us.
No, we're not gonna go ahead.
If you think that would, hey,
We go.
just remember that. Yeah, Jordan, talk.
Sorry. We the direction of Twitch and them are totally different direction of going out. Right.
Yeah, no. So Twitch and them are on their way to Menza Baranzaran. So
Oh.
that's pretty evident that they went the north. They went the north route.
They're on their
So-
way.
So for you to try and catch up to them in the sense of tracking them, it depends on who would be doing the tracking. Who would be the person that would be trying to find their.
Yeah, I thought
They
they were
tracks.
still inside this area. I thought they were still in here.
No. They've left long time ago.
Okay, I got my bearings. Then I'm okay to agree with the group. Whatever we do, it's fine.
Okay, Exie, what is your thoughts?
I like the idea of us going and coming back and then meeting up with the guys.
Okay, all right. So Exie, you for it.
I'm for it, yeah.
Okay, for Aldith, Jordan, you also for it. Raylith and Lyra, what do you guys think?
think we can make it on our own. Question mark.
Okay, and Raylith?
I just want to know, like, can we regroup up with them, like during long rests?
What, the Motley Crew?
Yeah.
No. So what's going to happen is, or that's the intention behind Aldeth, is that you guys, the four of you, with maybe NPCs to assist you in this case, most probably Prince Darren, and I'll explain where he chips in now, would then go out to try and catch up with Shur. Once you have dealt with Shur, hopefully in a positive way, you would then basically come back here, pick up everyone, and basically just take off from there. But
Get
in
out
the
of the
interim, it gives Grave, it gives Aldeth, it gives whoever stays behind, most probably with Pocket as well, the means to gather whatever resources they can find, even Melissa if necessary. And from there, you guys can then basically as one unit take off into the underdog to try and get to wherever you want to be.
Okay. Yeah. I agree with that.
Okay, cool.
So you can get some rest,
okay,
maybe.
so out of the group of NPCs that you've got with the Motley Crew, who did you want to take with you to try and confront Shur and save?
Who's that other guy that's so big that we can
Jonalith.
take him?
So you've got Inira, she's the wild mage. You've got Calypso, Aldeth, Grave, Jim Jar. You've got Pocket, you've got Prince Durandal, you've got Sareth, you've got Shashar, and you've got Stool.
Can I nominate one person?
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
Prince Durandal.
He's already in.
I would like.
Okay,
No, is he-
so
oh, sorry,
no,
my
no,
bad.
no. So that's fine. So Prince, so Prince Durandal, I'm gonna put him behind your particular character. I'm gonna put Joran here, and then I'm gonna put Raylith on this side. Okay, and the moment you say Prince Durandal to come with, you can see that he like signals to some of the Kogoth. He's like, the three of you come, the other three you stay, and you kind of see like these come to stand in front of Raylith and Joran. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put you. Who's gonna lead the way?
You want tracker?
Who's the best tracker here? I'm not gonna.
What skill is that on?
Make this. You guys need to decide on this.
What skill can we roll to see who's the best tracker?
The best one to spot is survival. So whoever's got the best survival skill ability check. Who's that?
I've got +3.
Plus
Wood
one.
+4.
Wait, what is the survival one?
It's under
Survival.
skills.
That's your ability. Skills.
Cool.
Yeah. Hexy, yours is wrong, eh? By the way.
Is it not +4?
Let me just. No. It's proficient. You've got double proficiency in it. So you had a +6.
Oh, thanks for changing that.
Okay, well then it's Hexy.
That's part of your ranger.
Oh,
So you've got Hexy, you've got Joran, Lyra, and Raylith. Raylith, what is your survival?
Let's not talk about it.
Okay.
as
It was
advertised.
a bit of a. Yeah.
You're all
Okay,
at
so
1 HP.
I have a
You
question.
are at dead center. Yeah.
Did I click mine? Because the game is showing not responding, and I clicked on something.
Yeah, don't worry. I did see that you. Okay, you did, but so Hexy's got the higher count here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put you guys more or less in the formation that you would be running in. Okay, and then Hexy, we're gonna quickly sort you out now with that in a moment. Just give me a second. Because we're gonna end the session here in a moment. Okay, so you with Prince Durandal he's basically he's standing behind you. Are you in fairy form, or are you sitting like on his shoulder while he's running?
No,
Is
it's a
that
bit
the
gross,
idea?
but yes, yeah.
You going with your Warpentinger?
Yes, yeah, whooping dinger.
Is your bunny Summer gonna join?
Oh yeah, no, Bunny must be with me. I don't know.
I'm gonna put.
When we say Bunny is small,
Yeah.
how small exactly is he? Because can I
bunny.
like be on Bunny Summer, and then Bunny is sitting on
Yeah,
his
you can
shoulder?
ride him like a horse, basically.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
you
then
can ride him as a
so
horse.
Bunny's fast enough to keep up with Prince. Darnell.
Yes.
Can I hop after him? Boop, 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 boop.
Yes. That's
Oh, you're
Okay.
gonna
fine.
take the lead,
So what
yeah?
I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put. Yeah, you're gonna. You see me putting you guys in formation, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm making like an arrow. Okay. All right. So Hexy, you in front. Prince Derendal's on your left with another Kogarth on your right. On top of Prince Derendal and the Kogarth is Joran and Raelith. Then you've got Lyra right on the left-hand side flank, but that's because she's a monk. She can keep up with them, also running like crazy. And then you've got one more character that you can take that can go on the other Kogarth. Who would that be?
Yo. The what?
Who would you want in that fight with you guys?
Should we go for the wild mage?
Yeah, I'm thinking we need somebody else who's got like abilities.
Okay, so Anira.
Anira, yeah.
Okay, cool, not a problem. So I'm gonna put her over here. I'm just gonna put her there, and then she'll basically be on that one. And you can see she's kind of a little bit nervous, with the staff. She got a couple of her stuff as well. And she's like, okay, if you want. And sorry,
I
Jordan,
trust
I
you.
assume that you take in stool as usual.
Yeah, of course. It's my pocket. Boom, yeah.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, he's like a Pokemon. Okay, so with that, okay, you guys make your way to the bottom of this chamber. And you notice that guys are getting yourselves ready for this thing itself. Okay? Is there anything else that you guys wanted to add before we close off?
I'm good.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, let me quickly. All right. Okay. So you guys ready?
Yeah.
You guys get your weapons. I would say that you've had your short rest. You get your items. You get your stuff ready. You grab a bit of the food. You take in a bit of the dice rolls, the hit rolls itself, and you're able to just heal yourself a little bit more during the short rest. And though you are taking a breather, there's also the sense of urgency to get going. And as you get everyone ready, you see Prince Derendal, and he like looks and he starts growling a little bit to the Kogarth, and you see him looking to the left and to the right, and you notice that they're getting ready, and you see them basically get on all fours. They look at you, Hexy, being right at the center, and you just all of a sudden just pick up speed. And as you start running through this particular maze of an underdark, you notice that there's rock formations and there's fungi on the left-hand side, but the Kogarth are keeping up with you 100%. And you notice that Raelith and Joran are a little bit uncomfortable riding on these Kogarths on their way, but they manage to stay there with Anira as well. And as you spearhead, you are checking this environment itself. So you can roll me a survival check itself.
Okay, give me a moment.
What a fucking
You
song,
see
bro.
them all sniffing, and you can see that they are checking and they're
Yeah.
looking. And with the 26, you manage to spot them properly. You pick up the tracks. You notice that the foot marks are there, and you just keep on running full blast. You get the sniff of drow. You notice the means of poison. Prince Derendal even takes note of the scent of drow. And you guys are basically running through the Underdark blindly, but with a determination to go and rescue your teammates that have been taken for granted and are on their way to a grisly death. And there's this part of you that as you look across this chasm, you see the drow walking up the spire. And when you see this area, you notice that there's about 15 drow. and you notice that on the two front characters, these two little humanoid beings, this being Jonalith and the other one being Twitch, are being taken up the spire, and you notice that they're going to be taken across a bridge itself. So if you look on the background of this program, you'll notice the spire that I'm talking about. I'll even share it with you guys now so that you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about. And you basically will then start on this map next week, where you guys are then taking on Sure, and to see whether or not you actually have the means to rescue the two children that have been captured. All right.
Mine's black.
Thank you
though.
very much,
Yeah,
guys.
mine's also black. The big map.
You have to
The second
close
one.
it.
On the map.
There's 2.
All right, let me just quickly see. Let me just quickly get it for you. It might be that it's still loading. I'll quickly load it in again. Do you see it now?
Nope.
All right, let me just quickly do this. Oh, wait. I'm being an idiot. Sorry, that doesn't help if you guys are not there. So let's quickly, let me just
Wait,
put you
but I
there.
can
I'll
see
put
it.